put us for this, try us for everything, like see us for everything, right? For that inclusion. But you be reading it, you're like, this ain't for me though. They don't have me in mind, you guys. But and they was like, we don't want to just be drug dealers. It was like, but the best shows be drug dealers. So now niggas can't even really be drug dealers like that.
Yo, man, exactly. You know,
I want to be a drug dealer, bro. I ain't gonna even hold you, man.
hey man, look, I know there's a lot of other amazing storylines, but it's different when we write the other storylines. I think that was the bottom line of it, is let us be different stuff and let us be behind it. Because what happens, man, is they just, like they've been doing, oh man, let's integrate this show, and then they write and have a black person play a role with all things that white people would say. So It's like, yo, man, it's aggravating, man, because I'm putting days into, on the flip, yeah, man, I get to work on acting, but it ain't even that. That ain't the priority right now. Once I get casted, I'm going to kill the shit, But for working on it for the sake of an audition, so they can say that a black person submitted, so they cannot pick me, yo, it just ain't cool, man.
I will reserve my comments.
Okay, man. All right, it's all good.
No, Mike, bro.
Check the waiting room.
No, man, absolutely. I wanted the intro to be proper because we ain't even we haven't jumped in. So I sent a message and said in just a sec it's about to happen because she about to dive into a pool that ain't been cleaned out yet, man. And that ain't what.
I mean, listen, man, because I listen, man. Ties. The person is do what y'all doing, man. I'll get into it after they're here.
Okay. All right, man.
Special guest today, you guys.
Yeah, man, we got a special guest popping in. Let's just welcome her in right now. Man, I want it proper though.
Let's man. You want me to do it, or Lance, you got it?
I got it.
Mike, man, you got the intro, man.
Okay, yeah, I got the intro, man. And
I just like how Mike do intros. He got Mike is just,
yo, man. I ain't even introed us.
I know.
Man? So, man, hey, man, that's just gonna happen. That's gonna happen. I'm gonna bring her in right now, man. Coming in to Black T University, everybody. We got the most amazing, killing it on stages across the country. I ain't even gonna go into the story when I met her in Baltimore at the Comedy Factory Comedy Club, but hey, man, she's killing it on all streams, including TikTok now. Everybody, put your hands together, make some noise, everybody, for Ty Davis in the building.
Yeah. Unmute yourself, Ty. I was like, Mikey and Lance always had these muting issues. So
hey y'all. Hey, y'all know how to work the computer phone and stuff. Hey y'all.
Are you from the phone or are you on your brand new iMac?
Well, I'm on the iPad. I haven't quite figured out the
MacBook. You got a MacBook.
Yeah, I haven't figured out the MacBook yet.
You put a lot on that pad part. I thought this was gonna take care of that once a month. I was like, the iPad.
Hi BT. Hi Mike. Hi.
Hello.
I never see you in the daytime. Hey, sugars.
Yeah, this is me in the daytime. I even have on pants today. It's crazy.
Look at God.
Yeah, man, for real. I see that. What is that called? That natural light.
Yeah.
Coming in from the outside. Look at that.
No ring light. I cut the ring light off. Should I cut it on? I don't know.
I think you're good. Well, that did give you a little glow. No, put it back on. That gave you a little glow.
My little studio.
Yes.
Everybody got like a little studio now in the crib. Like if you see what's going on in here, oh my goodness.
Yeah.
See, y'all got green screens. I'm not there yet. I just bought the little divider from the Amazon.
Them ain't green screens. That's just I'm just in front of a green screen. That's their house. That's how they live.
Oh,
Now, man,
okay.
hey, man, I got a question. How do y'all people that y'all occupy y'all space with feel about you having your personal studio?
They don't care at all because my child is walking by.
I normally kick people out before the morning time, but when they're here, I just be like, don't nobody say nothing. They don't know that I be having people over here. So every now and then you'll hear a toilet flush or something. I'm like, man, she just had to do it right now.
Yeah.
like they don't want to make any noise or do anything until you get busy. It's kind of like what kids do. You can be in the house all day, your kids don't want to talk to you until you get on the phone. It's like they sense happiness and joy and they want to come and interrupt that process.
Oh, man. They be sucking out the love.
Yeah, and you know, my house is an entertainment because it's me and Manny here. And Manny's an entertainer too. So he like, yeah, we got green screens, we got lights, let's shoot some videos.
Right.
Let's get it popping. And then I got, it's like if y'all seeing what I got going, I have a full gym now.
That is hilarious. You just took the couches out.
No, the couches is there. I rearranged them. Yo, hey, we rearranged the couch. It's so much room for activities. I feel like Dale and Brennan.
Oh, so you set the house, you got a studio house now. Like this is a work house.
Yes, but
I'll sleep in the room, but this is for work.
No, it's a work house, but it looks homey. Like it don't look like that. Like it don't like it's just the kitchen is a production studio, it's green screens, and then it's other banners, it's for like studio lights, and then I have couches in the living room, but then I have weights, but I have them organized to where they're just up against the wall. Then I got the TV mounted on the wall, so you can still, you know what I mean. The treadmills on the balcony.
Yo, man,
go outside
I see that, man. Stuff is about to change exponentially, man, with that amount of pressure put onto the activity of growth.
Yeah.
Yo, hey, BT, I wanted to say, man, that's very considerate, man. It looked like you are very considerate of the show to have someone to get them to leave before you actually come on, man. Like just that level of respect is huge. But can you help us with how that conversation goes when you make someone leave before the show? Could you give us an example?
I mean, at this point in time, because the familiars kind of know me. So if they're in the space, they know around what time things are going on. So I don't really even have to say you got to get out, but at 11,
Gotcha.
And don't nobody be wanting to watch over themselves like that. So they just be like, you know what? I'm gonna just go.
Yo, do you lift your eyebrow or something like a signal?
Right before I start, I do like this. I'm like, hey, I'm finna go in, and I'll either hear, okay, bye, or see you later, or nothing, and I just like, okay, they in there on their phone.
Okay.
You hit them with the Dame Lillard. Hit them with the Dame time.
Right, and so mind you, if you see this background, that means I'm in the bedroom. If you see the other background, then I'm in the living room.
Oh yeah, there's no bridge. There's no bridge right there. Normally,
no
bridge
bridge
is there.
So if you see LA, I'm in my bedroom. If you see the Bay, then I'm in the living room. And if you see me do like this, like laugh off screen, I might be talking to somebody.
Hey man, hey, don't give away all the secrets. Damn,
hey man, listen, man, they know what's going on with me, man.
That's how I do. So like, if you see me in front of this brick wall, I'm probably in the kitchen. But then if you see me here, then I just move to the back.
Exactly.
Yeah, man. Like if you see me do this for too long like this, that means I'm fighting in my relationship.
Well, if you see this, that means I'm in the sitting room. And if you don't see this, that means I was too lazy to put it up. But I'm still in the sitting room.
Regardless, you in the sitting room.
You sitting in the sitting room.
Yo, that's high end, Ty. You got a sitting room? Like that's on.
Yeah, you sit.
Okay. So we ain't even talking about the living room. You got like a specified sitting room for
you sit and there's a TV here, the living room's over there, there's a TV over there, and You can just sit and look out the window if you want, or make videos. You sitting room.
Hey, Ty, I want to make sure, don't let me corrupt you. Because I know you've been moving in the comedy space and moving more into the LA space. Do not let my mindset corrupt you in the essence of what I'm finna tell Mike.
Okay.
We're talking about auditions and the frustrations of going in. And when I tell you, bro, I do not feel them frustrations anymore. Now, let's be clear. I ain't really booked no TV stuff like I want to yet. I've been going commercial crazy right now. Yeah, it's been going crazy. But bro, when I tell you I don't feel them frustrations no more, every script, bro, fuck y'all, bro, y'all words. Fuck what y'all wrote, bro. Like, I have to make this fun for me. Cause
the words.
Nah, fuck your words. Like, if you wrote a script and you want me to audition for it, right? I have to make this my own. Everything. Right? Yeah. Very rarely do the writers be such sticklers that it's like, no, this is crafted in a way. But if it's just jargon, if it's just like two people talking and there's not nothing there, like if there's specific information like, hey, they're in the building, 7th floor, But if it's not that specific, if it's just two people talking, then I'm going to just talk. And especially if it's comedy. Because funny probably better than they do.
No, absolutely,
like,
man.
You'll get the tone, you'll get the joke. It's like, nah, bro, I gotta make it. Don't let me get the whole script and I get to see where these jokes are going. Oh no, man, I'm not doing it, fam. And I'm a down this sword, bro. Mike, I might be wrong, bro, no, but man, it feels great.
Hey, man, I'm inspired because only time where I couldn't play around was y'all remember that show Superior Donuts?
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. Yo, I went in there. I was funny, and he was like, "No, it's not and." It's like, oh, like they corrected every single word, and I was like,
oh, wow.
They said the writer comes from some Broadway background and he writes plays and the words, every single word matters. Now, that's not the majority. So, my life has changed. Fuck this moving forward. Yo, man, if I go in for a role of Chad, it's just going to be Mikey Winfield, man. Forever. Yes! Forever.
Because you are a star. You are a very specific, you are a star. You are a very, casting you ain't casting an actor to play Chad. It's like, no, nigga, y'all got Mikey in full Mikey, cool jackets, afro, nigga. Y'all know who y'all hired. Okay. Y'all hired me, bro. Like,
amen.
Like,
thank you.
I'm dead ass. Let me tell it. That's the it factor. Let's talk Superior Donuts.
Amen. My heart was in the wrong place until now. Keep going.
Like let's talk Superior Donuts. Superior Donuts, we know the EPs. Nigga, Rail was one of the people that was very involved in the show. Rail Battle, a hilarious comedic mind. You got Jermaine Fowler, who's the lead. He's the lead for Coming to America. You think he got on that Coming to America set and Eddie told him, don't be you or do what they, nigga, fuck that shit, bro.
Man, but look, that's Coming to America. Of course, right. We know the vibe. But man, go on Friends and try to be BT Kingsley.
They listen, but Martin. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, man, right.
Martin, like when they're everybody on Friends ain't comics. The niggas, if you a comic, bro, if you hire a comic, y'all know what you're getting with me. It's like when I'm looking at Superior Donuts might still be on the air if you let Jermaine be Jermaine and let Rail be Rail. It might still be on the air. It might be better if you let the Marlon, nigga. Let me tell you something, bro. When I went to the tapings for Marlon, I was like, there's no reason that this shouldn't be on. Because outside of him being slightly inappropriate at times, but that was the basis of the show, was the slightly inappropriate dad. Marlon, I thought, was a genius show. Like, every take, he'd adjust. Next take, he'd adjust. Because that's the unspoken thing that they talk about when it's time for black people to be on TV, especially in the sitcom world. It's like, all right, cool. Now let's do the take where you have to do we're doing the lines that are there, right? But when you come back to have fresh energy and it's like, oh, we got to reset or a lights off here, or we got to do something. Nigga, as the star, and not even just the stars and co-stars, the people that work often, when they come back to do it again, they have another punchline or another joke there. And the greats have a bag full of these motherfuckers. So every take, they hit a different punchline. So every laugh is fresh.
I agree. Hey, man, I'm just convinced of something you said earlier that they don't care if they lose a show. You said they would still be on the air. I think they don't even care. Man, shows that's good to us be off in one season. And you're like, yo, what's the matter? It's just because they don't give a shit, man. It's just money floating around. Yo, man, they all had Bitcoin 10 years ago. Like, we just in it the last 3 years.
And if you're for you, they'll come back and get you for something else.
Okay.
Because the shows are all the same. It's just the title of the show changes.
That's it.
It'd be the same show. It's just a different title. And it'd be a lot of the same behind the scenes people. Yeah. And in a similar type thing, I'd be dealing with that doing NBA stuff.
Expand.
So I actually did the news this morning.
Right.
Just talking about the Kings, like on the Fox 40 News thing. But I'll come on, and they'll be like, "All right," they don't tell me what we're doing or nothing. They just turn the camera on and say, "Go."
Just go be Lance, bro.
Just go be you. So then, at times, I am I'm good enough at this to not say nothing too crazy.
Right.
But I'm always gonna come close.
Hey,
I'm always art. Hey, bro. They had me on the post game show for the Kings 4 games ago, talking about De'Aaron Fox not making an All-Star game, and they was like, "Well, who do you think should have replaced him?" So I'm just cracking jokes. I'm saying any of Chris Paul and or Paul George. You can't. They ain't got no last names. All these Chris Paul, Paul George. We need some last names to be All-Star. I'm going down the list of all of these people, and then it was Utah, and it was like Rudy. And he didn't want to test all the microphones at the end of the season. He can't be an All-Star no more. He shut the whole season down. That means you can't be an All-Star. And Donovan Mitchell, you have 2 All-Stars from Utah. They don't even like black people. And it was like, whoa. It's too late. I already said it. You can't take it back. They don't like Utah.
and that's the truth. Like Ty, baby, as these opportunities keep coming your way, because I know they be blowing up your phone, man. Listen, because I've heard you, Ty, have a conversation about like adjusting something. I want to say you changed your hair.
Yeah. So it was my first audition. And so at the time I was all red, fire engine red all over. And I got hit up and I was like, oh, shoot. Okay. And so it was a weave. So I took my weave out and I went and got another weave, which was just black, like just standard black or brown hair, dark hair. Because I was like, maybe this role doesn't call for a redhead. I don't know, but my hair was like red, right? And so I did it, and it wasn't a big deal to me because my weave was like probably due to be taken out in like a week anyway. So I just did it early, and I didn't get the part, but it was like, all right, fine, whatever. And I remember mentioning it to BT, and I said something to Leonard too, and they was like you change your hair for? And I was like, because it was red. And they were like, nah, you don't change your hair until you book. And I was like, okay. And it was my first audition, so I didn't know.
Yeah, it's gonna happen. And like Mike, and some of it is like just my instincts, but some of it is directly from casting people. Casting people have told me directly, listen, when you're going in for this stuff, they know you can read. they're not paying you. They know you can read. That they'll pay you to learn. They'll pay you to learn the lines. All you got to do on the audition is just deliver and full your volume turned up, and something gonna connect. Whatever it is supposed to be, it'll be. And that ain't gonna be for everything. Some people be like, oh, pish posh, he should have said and. Like, you know what I mean? And some people be like, this motherfucker's funny. Like, I don't know if he works for this, but we will be back for you. Okay. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's like, let me tell it. Like, I've been in, like, we all know when the volume's on 10. Like, I've been in situations with Ty where we'll be on Clubhouse or something like that, and something will set her off, and then she's in full go off mode. You go dip a dip a dip a dip. Like, I know the rhythm, and Kate is like, she on one. Like, skip it and dip dip dip. Get your ass out of here.
Get your ass out of here.
that cadence, or when Lance is in 4, when Mike is in 4, when I'm in 4, like that is the it. Let me tell you, I might be all wrong, bro, but I'm gonna down this sword.
Amen. You know who I saw? You know who I saw go to 10? It's Paige. Y'all know Paige.
Yes, Kennedy.
Prince. Yo, man, every episode, we talking about, hey, Ty, we talking about Married at First Sight, kind of, without saying anything right now.
I ain't seen it.
Okay, all right. I ain't gonna spend too much time on nothing you ain't never seen. But man, she's the sweetest every episode. Like, yeah, this and that. And then they caught her conversation with producers, and she's like, I ain't doing this shit. I'm like, whoa.
Hilarious.
Fuck him and fuck that and fuck this. She was hot. She was hot, man. Yeah, man. I stopped letting auditions frustrate me about a year and a half ago. And out of nowhere, some random shit started happening that seemed very positive. Like, I had a general with Warner Brothers, but they just wanted to meet me. They were just like, hey, who are you? Like, explain yourself. Like, man, listen.
Yeah. So, hey, man, I was angry this morning. I recorded this shit. I was rehearsed. I was off book and flowing, but I was angry because I'm like, I'm doing all this shit so I can watch it one day and it just not be me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it just feels like all this stuff adds up in the scale of what we go through when we look back and we like, yo, we've been through a lot. Look what we got to show for it. But that don't mean it's always fun, man. But maybe it's my job to make it fun.
So in the self-tape world, I would say, send them, when you send 2 to 3 takes or whatever, in that first take, give them what you want them to have.
Yeah.
Second take, send that fuck shit that they send. Nigga, out of all the auditions I've seen, bro, I remember the ones that were funny, and it's very, very few. The woke script was really, really good. That's on Hulu. Miss Pat's show, that shit was hilarious. The script was hilarious. I'm like, this is very, very good. This is funny. I start getting thin after that, bro.
Hey, man, I read some stuff and I'm just gonna stop there. Look at that. Hey Ty, what city you in right now?
I'm in Baltimore. Well, I'm in Glen Burnie. It's like 20 minutes south of Baltimore. But when you say Glen Burnie, niggas be like, where's that? And you be like, near Baltimore.
Hey, how does the openness of stuff feel?
Oh, I don't know. I don't go outside. Because
but it is open.
Don't like so the city is like the most tightest and locked down. The comedy club, the Comedy Factory is still not open. Like, they opened for a little bit in November for like 3 weeks, and then they closed again because we got a new mayor and he flexed on these hoes. And so, like, the capacity and stuff is ridiculous, but like the surrounding counties, like I live in a county and some things are open, but the city, it's not really a lot open at all. So
see, man,
but niggas be outside. They be outside. People died and getting shot like regular.
Hey, the Baltimore Comedy Factory was open for 3 weeks in like November, and that shit was lit. I was there one of them weeks. That shit was popping.
I think, matter of fact, I think y'all might have been the last show.
Wow.
Y'all might have been the last show because the first one The first show was Bill Bellamy and Delay, and I did those shows. And then the one after that, I can't remember who it was after that. And then it was y'all, and I don't think there was anyone, because Carmen and Arnez was supposed to come, but they canceled. But I'm hoping, and I'm hoping that they reopen soon, because that's my home club. But like even DC, like the DC Improv isn't open, but they've been brokering shows like online, or like they have like a venue in Virginia, which I just did Saturday. But yeah, like it's
why is everything open except for comedy club? This is getting annoying.
Hey man, it's tricky too, because East Coast they can't even do the outdoor thing, or they'd be in snow.
Yeah.
You know, man. So why is it only comedy clubs now opening?
It feel like it's every. Jackie Fabulous posted the other day. Is like, hey, America, just say you hate the word comedy club. It's like movie theaters, restaurants, nightclubs, everybody but the comedy clubs, bro. It's like, nigga.
I heard that New York is getting ready to open because I saw New York comics posting like New York comedy is back, and I was like, I don't remember when it left, because I know a lot of people that was still doing shows. So,
hey, look, y'all, all of us, yo, man, this is what I just learned. Yo, man, stay on that self-produced thing. Find a theater, just the local family theater, and just use your numbers and your reach. Yo, I just booked some shows in Austin. I know a lot of people in Austin, and I'm at some theater, and I'm just going to sell the tickets and pocket the money, you know? And no, I can't do this in Kansas. I can't do this in parts of, you know, I don't know, certain parts of some Wyoming, but there's a few pockets where I know I hit. And it's just like, yo, man, it's out to us to reach to them instead of waiting for the comedy clubs that.
Man, when's the show, bro? I'll pull up, nigga.
Yo, man, pull up, man. April. Yo, I'm serious.
April, was it April 2nd and 3rd?
No, man, 2nd, 16th, and 17th.
Oh, okay, I was close.
Man, what you doing? Let's pull up, man.
I'll pull up. You know, I fly for free. So
that's what I'm saying. I don't, but shit, nigga, I ain't got shit to do, nigga.
Yo, let's get the tour popping. You know what I mean? By any means.
Where you at, Mike? Where you at?
I'm in California.
Oh, you can. Well, one of them will FaceTime, and I'll pull up on the FaceTime.
Pull up on
Yo, you ready for the intro, Mike?
Yo, man, yeah, it's about time, man. Cause hey, everybody, what's going on? Welcome to Black Tea. Watch this, Black Tea University here. Episode number. I know I got cilantro on my TV shit. It's Black Tea University, y'all. Episode 24. I'm one of your co-hosts, Mike E. Winfield, who just got a re-energization of comedy. I'm like, I feel back mentally in some ways. So
don't look. That's a word, Ty. What you looking at?
Yeah, I'm an English major. I know it's a word. So
English major.
Episode 24 here with the rest of the amazing co-hosts here. Take it.
Man, you know, Lance Woods, man, we out here, man. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? We got a special guest, the immensely talented and hilarious Ty Davis in the building.
And young Ty Davis is here. My heart of the city sister. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Word.
Alumni.
That was, I think that, you know, it's crazy. The first time I met BT in person was at the Baltimore Comedy Factory too.
Word.
So what? It was
Yeah,
you and another
it was Sweet Baby Kia was the host.
It was you and Sweet Baby Kia.
But I can't remember who the headliner was.
It was DC. It was DC Curry.
Yes. And you were so sweet and so nice, but it was the demo BT. It wasn't the BT that I know.
No, keep talking.
BT I know. He was all nice and wholesome, like one of them good clean boys you find at the Black Awareness Rally. Nah, the nigga I know now, that's not who I met.
Yo, when she was saying, she was like, yo, he was so, I thought she was talking about because you had the flat top. So I thought she was saying, So she was
Now,
like,
he did have the flat top, and he had his scarves, you know, and they were flapping in the breeze, even though there was no breeze, but they flapped on their own. It was beautiful. It was so nice.
Do you think that was BBT, business BT? Like, I'm trying to figure out.
It definitely was BBT. Yeah, it was BBT. Cause like I remember I was like, oh yeah, I saw you. I saying he was like, oh wow, thank you, or whatever. And I was like, yeah, I was working on this bit. And he was like, well, what was the bit? Tell me about the bit. And here's the thing, I was like, I ain't know him like that, so I ain't.
You ain't want to what?
I ain't want to tell him. I was like, oh, it's just a little something that I'm working on over there. Cause I ain't know him like that. Cause I ain't,
Yeah.
You know them niggas, you get the rumors like, them niggas from Hollywood be taking jokes.
Hey, the funny part is she didn't want to tell you a joke. She thought she was gonna hear your joke on stage, like, so cause I got good pussy. Like, what? yo, fam, my man.
But he did, like, you did help me to unlock something that I was working on a bit. Cause like, you know how like you be working on something and you like, it don't feel right. It don't sound right. And you just you can't figure out what it is. And he was doing something. Matter of fact, I remember what it was. You were talking about how each generation thinks that the other generation ain't shit. And the way that you transitioned to each one, I was like, why didn't I think of that? So instead of, cause like I have this thing with structure and things making sense and flowing, I can't stop and just jump to something else. I couldn't find a way to connect the bit to something that I was already working on. And really all I had to do was just move it to another part of the set and made it work.
Yo,
yeah, I appreciate it. I'm a stickler for my segues.
Yo,
yeah, so
hey man. Hey, no, I'm not gonna forget. If you got something, go ahead. But I want you mentioned something, and I want to jump into this, which is interesting.
I'm not gonna forget. Like, go ahead. Rock out.
I would like to know, what do you each think, if you were to pick right now, what inside yourself you need to unlock? Because Ty said that BT pushed her to, like, yeah, something, and it helped you to unlock. And there's a million locks, But is there anything you could pull out and be like, hey man, maybe this is what, if I could unlock something?
Well, for me, it's fear, right? So I just did the show Saturday and I had some new stuff that I was working on, and I was worried about talking about it because I was fearful of what people would think of me or think of the people that were in the bit. So basically the bit was about my daughter, my oldest daughter. She's in a poly relationship. She has a husband, wife, that whole thing. And I was so worried about—
Yo, stop. That's crazy. You got kids old enough that could be married in relationships. So that just— I
have a 26, she just turned 26 yesterday. And my youngest is 17.
All right, I'm terrible for interrupting stories, but I be forgetting stuff, and that part was like, that's crazy. Okay, keep going.
And you said she has a husband and a wife?
Yes. Well,
tell us more.
So they're not married, obviously, because you can't marry two people. But they're all engaged. But they're going to have a ceremony where they say, "Hey, we're married." So basically, she's with two other people, so it's three of them in relationship. And I had this bit that I was working on, which was about how I truly feel about the situation, but I was scared to do it because I was scared of what people would think of me. Like, you can think badly of me, but I didn't want people to think badly of her. And I'm supposed to be attacked, like, I get it, but I didn't want the people to get the blowback from me doing what I do. So I just was like, you know what, I'm gonna just throw it out there and see what happened. And I did it and got my first applause break. I've never gotten an applause break doing stand-up before, and I got my first applause break.
Yes, you have, because I was there, you liar. I was there.
No.
I was there.
She's like, no, that was a standing no. That's different.
Much different.
Hey, I was in the room when it happened.
A standing ovation is different, and laughter in between the set is different. I'm talking about a full-on, you say something and the crowd's like, and they clap for like, yeah, and they, I've never had one of those. I get the laughs, but I've never had an applause break. And when I got it, I was like, but it was me being organically true to how I felt in that moment. There was no, I was just like, whatever, this is how I feel about it. Like, I'm proud of my daughter. I don't feel like anything that she's doing is shameful. And I just was like, she's got life figured out. I've tried for over 20 years to find one person to love me, and she found two. Nigga, she's a winner. And like when I said it on stage, like people was like, yeah. And so it's, for me, it's the restraint and the fear, because I have material that I want to do that I might walk up to the line and then I'd be like, all right, that's enough. Like, I'll dip my toe in and now I'll be like, all right. But I know that there's stuff that I should cannonball into the water with, but I'm just afraid of, so it's the fear for me.
Got it.
Yeah, I think that's something that all, not just comics, all forms of entertainers deal with. Like, have y'all watched the Biggie documentary?
Not yet.
I want to so bad. I heard it's good.
You're talking about the Netflix one, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I haven't watched
it. I was worried that it was gonna be bad. Is it good?
It's Netflix.
Huh?
Wait, is it good?
It's Netflix. I mean, for me, it was all right. It was like it was some things I liked about it a lot, and then it was like a lot of stuff that I was like, really? Like, you're not gonna talk to Jay-Z? You're not gonna talk to and Dash? You're not gonna where's Lil Kim? There's people here that you're not gonna talk to Method Man? Like, y'all not gonna really dive into the Ready to Die album and talk to these people? But that's besides the point. The point that I'm making with that is, you listen to Ready to Die, and first off, the album was called Ready to Die. You know what I mean? Like, and he's talking about things that's like past taboo for rap. Like, black people don't talk about some of this stuff.
Right.
You know what I mean? Fuck the world, fuck my moms and my girl. My life is played out like a Jerry curl. Like, whether you agree with that or but you can feel like, yo, this nigga's in a dark place.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Black people don't say fuck my moms. That's just not something that we say.
Ever.
I mean, some of them do.
Black women do sometimes, but black men never say. I hear women say it jokingly more, but you rarely hear black men say that. Even
fuck
like
my dad for sure though.
It's always fuck your daddy. Niggas always, but it's like Tupac said, even though you was a crack fiend, you always was a black queen. Like, just disregard the whole crack fiend thing. Don't worry about that.
Hey, crack happens.
Crack happens.
Crack happens.
You're bringing the level for Black Queen really low when even she's a crack fiend, and it don't matter. That is all right.
Yo, isn't it highs and lows in life? Come on.
Is that black girl magic or no?
Hey, listen, don't get me started on the black girl magic. I don't feel
but I think in general, man, like, because we got, I think the thing to unlock is that balance of like how much of myself am I willing to give the world when it comes to these stories in my life and what I've been through and what I've seen. Like the amount of jokes that the names have been changed to protect the innocent or guilty.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, you know what I mean? You'll tell a whole joke about something and you'll say, my cousin, when it was really my brother.
Yeah.
I was wondering, was somebody going to suggest that for you, Ty, so that, I mean, if you're having that feeling like your family would be affected, maybe you do make it about someone else, but do all the emotion behind it is going to be your daughter, but label it different so that, if that was a thought, I don't,
Yeah, I mean, like for like, I don't know, I guess because a lot of, and I know everybody else's is probably too, like a lot of my stuff is probably 90% personal experience, and then maybe the other 10 is observation, things that I've observed and how I feel about it. So it's like, I don't feel like I could carry it off if I'm like, yeah, my homegirl's daughter is in a poly relationship. Like I didn't feel like it would connect if I didn't. It had to be true to me in some way. So I wouldn't say her name. Like I don't want to say my kids' names or anything like that. I don't know.
If you always if you have a fair point about it and you always put that buffer for like cushion, then it kind of makes it. But that if you don't have a fair point, then it kind of makes it. It kind of negates that. But
because it got to the point, and like my following isn't massive, but it's grown like a lot. Like I've over doubled my following in the last year, and just the way that you're viewed and treated, even by the people who don't like you, now I'm more mindful of what I share. So like, whereas I wanted to post a picture celebrating that my daughter's birthday was yesterday and, you know, say something, then I was like, nah, because these internet niggas be wilding. And if somebody, you know, say something I don't like, then I'm trying to pull up on you. So it was like, I'm learning that there are parts of myself, while I love transparency, you can't be transparent about everything because you got to protect the people who didn't sign up for this.
Y'all agree with that?
Yeah, that makes sense.
You can't be transparent about everything. Can you be a complete open book and just lay it all on the table?
I'm not.
No.
I do not need y'all in my business like that.
Yeah, like I've tried that, and it's funny because it's like I was doing Squadcast with Tahir, right? And we were talking about, I don't know, we were talking about pets or cats, and I casually mentioned that my cat is declawed, and I was like, he has his back claws, but you know, I had him declawed on the front, thinking nothing of it. I know what some people think about it, but you know, whatever. And the reasons that I got him declawed, you know. And the next day I'm looking at the comments and they were like, oh, she mutilated that poor animal. And she said that like she was proud of it and she ought to be ashamed of her. Nigga, I wanted my security deposit back. So I had my cat declawed because he was tearing up the carpet in my home. And he's a domestic indoor cat. Like, but they were attacking me for something as small as that. And then I did like Fool's Tattoo Show. And the reason that I got a tattoo and got it covered, I would never get a man's name tattooed on me. Well, bitch, I did.
Yeah.
Shut up.
And it's gone.
So it's like,
yo, Lance, you're muted, Lance.
No, I know. And now the joke is gone. So never mind.
Damn it.
Oh, sorry.
Hey, man, look, don't y'all feel like though, man, like buckle up? Like, it don't matter what you put out there, it's gonna come back. Hey man, that's why, like, I don't know, man. What's the word when you what's it called? Deprecation.
I'm all
about
self-deprecation. I'm just not all about people knowing every detail of my life.
Yeah, it's like sometimes I don't feel like that. Like, I know you're not going to be able to please everybody. I know everybody's not going to like it, but some days I don't feel like fighting for me. Some days I don't feel like some days it's just, I said what I said. And, oh, you're a bad person. I don't care. Like, I have material about being with a married man. I have material and they're like, oh, I would never, well, bitch, I did. And I don't feel like arguing with it today. Okay. Yeah. And the shit is funny because I experienced it and I know a lot of women that have. So if you don't find this joke funny, bitch, go listen to somebody else.
Yeah. You know what's interesting, man? Forever, I've always steered away from the comments. I feel like the comments are the devil.
Yeah, but then it's
and once you tune in, you're gonna ride by the devil's tune.
But let me tell you, I mean, while we here,
you want to engage, right? You want to engage and talk to the people that are nice to you, the people that, but then it's like them other people. So like, I've been fasting from social media for 2 weeks because of stuff, and I want to talk to the people that like me and that rock with me, but then it'd be them.
Listen,
so what's the balance?
Let's talk balance right now. So on this show, because this is a podcast and We don't want some person that's driving in their car listening to it and then we're engaging with comments. We don't really acknowledge the live chat. But right now, our live chat is more people than it's ever been, and most of them are spam. Most of them are just typing.
This is live right now.
Yeah, most of them are typing nigger with the hard ER. They in here, they're going in. But this is the most people that's ever been in here. So they just, hey, help the algorithm. I ain't saying shit because I'm like, no, keep going. No, some dude keep trying to spell out nigger. He keep going N-I-G-G, and then he get interrupted. He's like, fuck, gotta start over. N-I-G-G-E, fuck, comment. So he keep getting
I had no idea this was live.
Oh yeah. Sorry. Hey, Lance, that's on you, though. That's on you, man.
I'm fixing my hair and stuff.
No, you're great. I mean, it's live, but people watch stuff later, and you look great, and you know what I mean. It was good.
Yeah, and we really about the audio here, because this is gonna be on some audio format.
Whose
channel is it on?
It's on all of ours. Right now, it's streaming on Mike's YouTube, but we'll post it on all of ours. Yeah. And so if you want, you can post it on yours too.
Because I want to make sure I subscribe. I know I subscribed to BT, and I didn't know, Lance, you got a chance, so I got subscribed to yours. Okay, and I subscribed to your, because I've been trying to support my friends in any way I can. I might not be able to buy, all y'all merch and stuff, but I can like and comment and subscribe to some stuff. I can do that. See, look, like, comment, share. This is a t-shirt that my friend made. So
I didn't see the shirt. What does it say?
Like, comment, share. See? Those my titties.
Mike, what would you unlock?
What would I unlock? Hey, man, there's stage urges that I...
Right. Hold on. Before you answer that. Hey, Ty, what's that shirt say again?
Like, comment, share.
Yeah, man. Hey, if y'all here and y'all listening, and even if it's right now, man, why don't y'all hit the like button? Shit, I mean, you just said it, right? Hey, man, for me, hey, man.
What do you mean by urges?
This is what I mean. It's almost like urges, and I'm combining that word with instinct. There's times when I'll be in a riff, and I'll just stop the riff. Because I'm like, let me get back to this amazing joke that I have written. Instead of being like, F it, and just ride out. Yo, man, and it's like, I just want to freestyle a whole show. Like, just fuck it. Like, trust and do it the whole time. But I'm like, nah, man, people came for material, but that ain't what they came for. I mean, that might be part of it. I know now that they coming to hang out with me. Because I just, I got amazing energy, and they just want to touch it and feel it in real life. So I'm like, yo, man, just put on a show, whatever it is, and you will do another one tomorrow if you want to do that damn joke. Ride the urge. That's what I mean by urges.
Yeah, if you're at the Comedy Store, we would literally scream at you for no, don't leave, stay there. Back in the room.
It's happened there too.
So you guys, like all three of y'all, I'm assuming, or at least correct me if I'm wrong, you all like work the clubs, but in a headliner capacity, right?
Sometimes, not always.
Because so like I've never performed as a headliner for the clubs.
Gotcha.
It's just feature host work, which not because I can't do it.
Yeah, we've definitely all headline clubs before, that's for sure.
When you guys, thanks, BT. But when, like, Mike, for you, like, if you're headlining the club, do you hold on to the urges? Like, if you're the headliner, then you have the space and you have the time to be able to, really feed into those urges. Like, could you do it then or no?
No, look, I typically do, but then I pull back so I can get back to the joke when it's just like, just ride it. And if it end up being 40 minutes about this lady who fell asleep with her mask over her face, just keep going.
I just seen that video.
Yeah. See, that was one of those things. And it was like, even still, I stopped, but everybody was enjoying it.
hey, man. Hey, so, you remember that? I still got the picture on my phone because I was like that a lot. And so we was at Punchline. I don't remember what show that was, Mike. We was at Punchline, and then we ended up on stage together, me and you, for like 30 minutes.
People still talk about that show, man.
Still talk about that, bro. Like it wasn't planned or nothing.
Right.
I don't remember how it happened. I remember you said like, yo, let's do this.
Right.
And then we just did it. And it was like, you can't recreate that and you can't plan that, because if you plan it, it's not gonna come out like it did.
Right.
But then there's the urges though. It's like in the moment. It's almost like trying a new joke. When you be like, yo, I should just try that tonight. And you feel it. And cause you know, Tony Roberts is the same way. He'll be like, yo, and he'll just do something. And he'll be like, yo, like say we do a lot of 2-man shows. So I'll go up and do 30 and then he'll do 45 and that's the show. So a lot of the times, especially like if it's like the last show of the week, like a Sunday or like the late show, like he'll get off stage, I'll come back up and I'll be closing out and he'll just come back on stage.
Yeah.
No, we never plan this, and especially clubs that be having 2 microphones. You know, some clubs got like 2 mics on stage, and then we'll just be on stage for 15 minutes. Whether it's snapping on each other, whether it's just fucking with the audience, or you know, he got song. He might just start doing songs, so now he's doing his songs, and I'm like hype man in all of the songs. Never planned,
man,
and that's something that people. It feels so authentic to them in the moment. They're like, bro, we never gonna get this again.
Hey man, that already sounds like worth more than the price of admission.
Yeah.
Like that right there is like, yo, that's a show. That's what you're supposed to be giving them. Hey,
you want to hear a story?
Yo, of course.
We love stories.
This is 2011. Mike is gonna remember this because Mike was a big part of this story. Or was it 2010? I don't want to misquote. 10 or 11. It was 10. It had to.
I don't remember 2010. I'm like 21 at the time. So keep going.
Now you're 17, bro.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yeah. So 2010, Mike, Sacramento Punchline. I'm very new in the comedy. I don't have relationships with these clubs. But I know at the Punchline tonight, it is Mikey Winfield hosting, and was it Godfrey headlining or was it Chappelle headlining?
It was, I think it was, oh man, I know the night. It was Chappelle. You know the night. And not only was Godfrey there, but keep going. It was Chappelle headlining. And I was hosting for it. Chappelle's headlining. Yeah.
Which is rare too, because Chappelle does 2-man shows too. Normally.
Right.
But this night, it was Chappelle headlining, it was Mikey Winfield hosting, and it was Godfrey featuring. Which is already one of the craziest shows you're ever gonna see at a comedy club. Because you'll see that show in LA. But when they all doing 15 minutes, but this is Chappelle doing maybe an hour, maybe 2, who knows?
He's doing Infinity.
This is Godfrey doing a solid 25, 30.
Yep.
This is Mikey doing a solid 15, 20.
All right.
And then Kevin Hart pops up.
Yeah, we ain't even done.
Kevin Hart pops up. So the show goes. Sacramento Punchline.
Where the fuck am I? Keep going.
You're in grade school. So now we got Mikey hosting. Show is already on 1 million.
Yo, because you know on Chappelle nights, man, like everybody there, and you about to get new fans. Let's bring out some of the classics.
Yeah. Bro.
This guy, nigga, I live here, nigga.
So Mike is, I'm talking about rocking. Crazy. Godfrey comes up. Crazy. We got special guest. Kevin Hart comes up. Crazy. And then Chappelle comes up. There was so much in the moment creations going on just because of the energy of that night. I'll tell you the craziest part about this night. I had to listen to the show from outside. I did not have relationships with the club. Nigga, I sat by the door. So you know where the door is at that punchline. So then you know where the windows are at. That's kind of where the bar is at. I'm sitting by the window with my ear listening to the show. Like, I wish I can go inside there. But I can hear it because it's so rocking. I can hear it, and
they got the speakers. Yeah.
When I say I knew in the comedy, I'm talking months knew, like new. So but my first ever set was at that same punchline. First time I done comedy outside of my church was at that same punchline. So I was like trying to figure out what the science was of how people was, doing this and making money and doing so on and so forth. But I remember sitting outside the door listening for hours. Like, yo, this is amazing.
Yeah. Yo, that is crazy. That is a crazy story, man. I remember when they handed me the note, like Godfrey was kind of there in the beginning, so I knew I was bringing him up. But when they handed me the note, the Kevin Hart was next. I'm like, yo, this ain't real. This ain't real. Yo, man. Yeah, man, that was wild.
Yeah, and so the crazy part about that was because Kev was in town because he was doing the theater the next night.
Right.
And because I had tickets to go see Kev at the theater, and that was Laugh at My Pain.
Yeah. Yeah.
He hadn't shot the special, but he was doing the Laugh at My Pain material.
It's funny how funny Kevin is next to the negative energy that he's faced with. It's crazy to me, bro. Because as somebody that sees him live fairly often, man, don't none of that shit be in the room. It's all on the internet, bro. I have yet to go to one Kevin Hart show and niggas wasn't doubled over like God. And I'm talking at any point in his career. At any point, nigga, tomorrow or nigga when I first saw him. It's always been destruction.
Hey, man, okay.
Shit is crazy to me. And I get and understand the criticism of the specials, whatever. I get all that. But fuck all that. He ain't really none of that shit exists in the room, bro. When he go up, none of that shit exists. Dude, I guess this nigga going up. That ain't what they be doing. They be like, oh shit, Kevin Hart's here. And then he delivered. They're like, man, that nigga's really fucking funny. I'm like, nigga, yeah, it's number one.
People they be looking for somebody to be the bad guy. Like they just want to say just something against it. Like, you got to be a special kind of damage to go out of your way to just be negative and say hurtful stuff about people. Like, Can we just celebrate that he's done well?
Ty, come on. There's a lot of damage. There's more damaged people than people that aren't damaged. I mean, I'm on some expected because that's just it. BT, everything you said is what we've witnessed inside the rooms, man. And imagine every time you touch the stage, everybody's energy changes on your presence.
Right.
It's like the room ain't even the same when that happens. And it's amazing to be a part of and see it and just be in the room because, hey, man, the comments, that's been new. What's that, over the last 10 years? The comments, they are creating a life of themselves.
Absolutely.
That's a whole nother person.
Yeah. It's man, yeah, if I had anything unlocked, it's I have to find how to tap into my onness on purpose. Like when I'm on and I realize I'm on at the time, but I don't know how to just turn that on for moments. Like you see that in LA very often when niggas is just on, it's like, okay, this nigga's on one. But it's like, it would serve you like, all right, hey, you got a meeting with this agency, y'all trying to sell a show, go be on. I don't know how to turn it. I be in there being me, nigga. Like I be in there being a human, but I don't be being there being this BT. It's like I don't know how to just tap into that, nigga. When it's happening, it's happening. But when it ain't happening, then nigga, shit, I just gonna have to talk to this nigga. it seems goofy.
You need an energy Viagra.
Right, nigga. It's like, yeah, man. And it's like, and I don't be sleepy. I don't be like, hey, y'all. I don't be that, but I just don't be. Hey, I don't be nigga. I'm, So it's just finding the balance. So wait, we can't pass this up, nigga. So Ty, every show we send we started this last episode. There's one song sent out that we all go and listen to, and then we have a come back and have a discussion about. So this was Mike's week. I just sent you if you check your DMs, Ty, I sent you a screenshot. So if you want to listen while we're going in, and you can circle back and you'll be right in. But you probably know the song already. Nigga, 96 might have been the best year in hip hop. It might have been one of the most important years of hip hop. Let me say it like that.
Is that the year for this track?
No, it's not.
Okay.
What?
I didn't think so either, but I just
that's not when this album comes out.
I want to hear your point. I don't think it is at all.
It's not.
It's at least 99.
That's not. It's 98. 98 to 99. It was 98.
Okay, because I went back. I thought this came out in 96. So I went back and looked at all the albums that came out in 96. I was like, God dang.
96 is crazy, but this is 98. 98 is crazy too, though.
Okay, because 96 is it's the Fugees album, it's AT-Aliens, it's Master P's first album, it's All Eyes on Me. It was like a lot, bro. I was like, whoo. So I thought that was this one. But this song specifically, Mikey, I don't know why you picked this song. So
I don't either. Keep going. That's why I hit y'all and nobody hit me back. I was like,
I already, I fucks with this heavy. What you gonna talk? You gonna tell what the song is?
Yeah. So Mikey chose DMX Crime Story off the very first DMX album, Is Dark and Hell Is Hot. I forget what track it is, but first of all, this is the smoothest. Listening to this song made me analyze like a lot of shit. Because when you pick your type of criminal, right? I grew up around drug dealers, right? Like, so niggas around me, they might have did some robbing. I grew up around drug dealers and like gang members, but not really so much niggas that rob people specifically. But as I thought about it, robbing to a certain extent for some niggas is like a victimless crime, right? It's just like especially in it as lax as they do it in Atlanta, it's like, hey man, yo, you know what it is, bro. Run that shit. It's like, yeah, he got a gun, but he ain't even beat you with it, bro. He just took what you had and he went on about his way. Now you just gotta buy more shit. And in the essence of like crime, that ain't that bad. It's just like, oh shucks, I lost my car, but you got insurance, my nigga. Run it.
Why'd you pick that song, Mike?
Hey, look at this. I tried to show it in the chat, but I realized it doesn't show up on YouTube. But I think I was somewhere similar with you, BT, on the smoothness of something so hard.
Yes.
It was like, yo, man. And then I went through the track while I was listening to it, and every verse, I realized more people died. And man, by the time this song was over, there was probably about 9 murders, you know, and I was like, oh my God. Like, and then I used to pump this into my system regularly.
Regularly. And then say, okay, cool, let me go raise my kids.
Right.
Oh, man.
I mean, even, it's so smooth, and even it has the beat almost is like I can't Lance help
like some Superfly shit.
Yeah,
like some Curtis Mayfield type
Mhm.
shit.
it's Curtis Mayfield, but it also feels like the street, like the subway street, like I want to say it's Mo Money, where there's like a chase scene going on, and the whole time there's a nigga like drumming on a bucket,
something like that. Yeah,
yeah, that's what it feels like. It's like doom 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 doom.
yeah. So
like a scene. It feels like a scene.
it's like a movie scene. And see, the dopest thing about this, first off, I don't think DMX get the respect he deserves as a hip hop legend.
Mhm.
This is now we're talking about a real hip hop legend, DMX.
DMX is a hip hop legend.
You don't know about this, Tom, but it's a long discussion about hip hop legends around here. We'll catch you up soon.
I was trying to say, what you trying to say? I don't what? But
No.
Yeah.
I absolutely believe Bow Wow is
Oh,
a hip
no.
hop legend.
don't start. BT, please don't start that Bow Wow shit. Bow Wow is no longer allowed to be discussed in my clubhouse rooms because I just cannot. Don't start.
Yeah, that's where it all started at. Yeah, so you understand, Tom. Okay, so DMX as a hip hop legend does not get the praise he deserves, and I think it's for a few different reasons. One of those being, sometimes when life happens to people, you get known for those things more than you get known for the music.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a generation of people who don't understand who DMX was. DMX was not the biggest rapper in the world. DMX was a movie star. DMX was running crews, had people under him. Rough Riders was really a way of life. These niggas had street teams and motorcycle gangs, and the merch was crazy. So whenever people spotlight DMX's music, I get excited because and DMX as someone else who has this unfair stigma because his first album was so good and so big, everything after that feels like a disappointment to people.
Which is crazy because the second album comes out the same year and has some of the bigger songs on it.
It does? The same year? No.
It is the same year. It's the same year. Same year. Yes, same year.
I didn't know that.
So because this is what happened. Because the same thing happened to 50 Cent with their first album was so big. People don't understand DMX damn near saved Def Jam.
Yeah.
DMX's first album was so big, the label was like, yo, we gotta do that again. We need that. So he made his second album not as good as the first one, but he made it in a month.
But the second album got I agree. It's not many albums are as good as Dark and Hell Is Hot. But but doesn't that second album have like what's Stop Drop Open Up Shop on?
That's the first one.
What's
no. You said I'm thinking about the other shit. That Rough Riders Anthem is the first album. So the big songs from the second album is like Slippin'. Slippin' is the song that people live with from the second album.
Keep going. What about the Party Up is on the second album, right?
No, that's the third one.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah. I mean, so it's really Slippin' is what people take from the second album.
No. I'm mixing the second and the third album. You're right.
And like he had other songs that like he had other like album cuts that people rock with, like Blackout. You remember Blackout? No. That was the joint that had Jay-Z and the Locks on it.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah.
There's a lot of tracks with Jay-Z and the Locks on them.
Yeah, back in that day, yeah. But just as far as on that second album, it was that one.
Yeah.
It was the We Don't Give a Fuck song with Jada. He had the whole crew song. Like it was some joints on there, but it just wasn't the first one.
Yeah, that first album is perfect.
I mean, but he had to make it in 3 weeks.
But you know what?
Yeah,
I think from the woman perspective, like, because the way we look at hip hop now, it's mostly like a guy thing, right? And so it's like, oh, the ladies like Drake because he raps and he sings. But DMX also kind of made music tailored for the ladies, like, and I think it should, like in this song, like the low BPMs, and as romantic as one could be, as a street dude. So I think he definitely doesn't get the credit. I don't know who said it. He doesn't get the credit and respect that he deserves. But he had a lot of ladies, present company included, that were very pro DMX, especially, I'm politicking with this chicken wonder. That's my shit. Like,
that's first album too.
Yeah, but so the way X did it was so different because it was like it was in the Tupac sense of being a sex symbol while not compromising none of your street shit.
Right.
He's a sex symbol with his shirt off in a fucking pit bull. You know what I mean? Like, but the Crime Story song in particular, and another part DMX don't get credit for is because when he do get credit, you'll give him credit for being a big artist, but you don't give him the credit for making great music.
He did.
Like DMX, he wasn't just barking and yelling, bro. Like DMX was actually saying something. DMX was preaching. DMX had a lot of meat to what he was saying. It wasn't just a bunch of nonsense. DMX had substance, man. So when you listen to this, you don't never talk about DMX as a great storyteller, but this is a story. He's telling a story.
Yo, man, a lot of stories being told.
A lot of stories
all kinds of characters.
and he's playing the characters. He's changing his voice for the lady. He's changing his voice for the other guy. Like he goes back to this voice. It's like, this is a movie.
This is an artist.
I'm not dressed. I'm making the rest.
I think it's what you said, right? Like his personal, the personal stuff and the stuff that happened outside of the music. I think that overshadowed the greatness of his abilities as a lyricist, as an artist. And I think that kind of got in the way of that.
Lance, do you consider him a lyricist?
Yeah, well, this is the thing. Yes.
I do.
I consider DMX a lyricist, but I don't, because I consider everyone a lyricist if you do lyrics. Is he a great lyricist? Is what I'd be looking at.
I got Pac and X in the same boat.
Yeah.
Really, they're able to tap into something very emotional, very guttural, very like in the depth of what you speak to the hearts. Now, complexity wise, it's not complex. The rhyme,
the wordplay isn't as complex.
But it hits you where it's supposed to hit you.
The thing with DMX, the thing with Pac, there's a few other artists like this. They're great lyricists because what's sticking with you is the actual words. Exactly. The words they're saying is what's sticking to you.
Too short.
Right.
MC.
Yeah, but they also get lazy lyrically.
Sure, I'll give you that.
Yeah, so that's why DMX is a lyricist, but DMX can be a great lyricist, but he also can get lazy lyrically.
Yo, man.
Yeah, I go ahead, Mike.
What I think pushes DMX, man, is absolutely undeniably the flow. Like, man, you in your own category when you got a delivery like DMX. I think the reason he is not as revered as much as, let's say, other artists is because at that particular time, it was flooded by other big artists, man. If you talking 80, 98, you talking about when Big just ended. So his stuff is playing at its peak. You talking the rise of Jay. You talking about they just got the stuff back from like Snoop Dogg and no, that's 92. That's 92. That's early.
No, you're right. You're right.
No.
Dogfather is 96.
So I'm saying.
But Dogfather. No, go ahead, Mike.
Yo, I'm just saying it was so many other big artists to love, and DMX was niche-y in a way, And
this is what makes X special. He was the biggest artist. amongst all of that. He had 2 platinum albums in 1 year.
Yeah.
And the reason why I brought up 50 Cent in that, when 50 dropped Give Her to Die Trying, that was because I think they both dropped around like February, like early, like top of the year. The label's like, yo, we gotta do that again. DMX put out Flesh of My Flesh.
Yep.
50 said, no, what I will do is give you a G-Unit album.
Yeah, I'll give you a compilation album. He one of the first artists to ever do it too.
He's the only one that I know of.
Yeah, he said no, did the G-Unit album, and then did Banks' album.
Every one of his artists.
Yep, everybody except for Yayo. Yayo came out later.
Yayo came out.
Yayo was still in jail at the time too.
Yes, so Give Her to Die Trying was the biggest debut album in the history of rap music.
Side note, still a great album. I don't care what that Yayo album got some shit on it. Do you realize how long he was sitting on that shit waiting for this nigga to get out?
Hey, I ain't gonna lie to you. The Yayo album got like 5 bangers. It got 5 songs. It's like, yo, this shit is kind of hot. The rest of that shit is no. But he got like 5 that's like, yo, it's all right. But he gave him Get Rich, the biggest debut album in the history of rap. And then come November, they're like, yo, let's do it again. He like, nah, but I got a G-Unit album and it'll be 50 Cent on it. Yeah. I'll give you Stunt 101 and Popping Them Things and Want to Get to Know You and but you're not getting another 50 Cent album until we get a G-Unit album, a Lloyd Banks album, a Young Buck album, a Game album, and then you can have a 50 Cent album.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna be present on all of those albums.
Which elevated all
smart.
It elevated every artist. It's the 50 G-Unit is one of I think I can feel comfortable in this. If you're talking about the success of the artist under the major artist, right? As an umbrella, G-Unit probably has the most successful artist. Maybe Young Money. Next to Young Money. And even Young Money just has Drake and Nicki and Tigers by happenstance.
Well, I mean, it depends on what you're measuring as success, because you can't just say just Drake, because Drake's career is more successful than
anybody. Yeah, absolutely.
His career is more successful than the boss.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. But nobody, but G-Unit was first. It didn't work with Luda. It didn't work with Nelly. It didn't work with M. It didn't work with Jay-Z. It didn't work with nobody else.
Well, it depends on how you look at Kanye West to say it didn't work with Jay-Z.
Fair. Okay, so because you got Kanye Beans and Blake-ish.
You got Kanye, you got State Property though. So that you got Freeway, you got the Young Guns, and they all had success.
Yeah. But the unit though.
Yeah, the unit was different, and the unit, the same thing that happened with the unit. It's what happened with Rockefellers when they started expanding. You got to remember 50 then went and signed Mobb Deep and MOP and Olivia and Spider Loc, and that's when shit is just too much.
Yeah,
he did get the Mobb Deep album off. The Mobb Deep album was good, but the only reason I brought up what 50 did with that was because I'm for sure, without knowing this, that he's seen what happened with DMX and said no. Like y'all not about to pit me up with 2 albums in 1 year, and now y'all gonna oversaturate me. And I'm not doing that.
Right.
I'm gonna do it this way, and I think that is a direct reflection of watching DMX do it and saying, okay, what did he do right, and how can I improve on the things that he didn't do.
So look, I almost picked a Locks track. I almost did, but I thought about this album and this song, and which is not even my most favorite song on this album. But who came? So man, like, is the Locks under DMX, or they just all signed the Def Jam? Because I feel like the Locks was out first.
Well, no. See, so what happened at that time was the Locks was already over there at Bad Boy. Locks already had an album out. They already had the Money, Power, Respect album.
Okay.
But if you remember, DMX is on Money, Power, Respect.
Yeah, he is.
And that was on Bad Boy because DNY was managing, or was it D? Y'all know DNY, the niggas who run Rough Riders.
Yeah.
So DNY was
Swiss Beats, but gotcha.
Swiss Beats is Y's nephew. So Swiss Beats was in Atlanta at school.
Now, where is Dragon at the time?
Yo, man, I got his album,
Hey,
bro.
Drag's album had a few joints too.
Hey, Dragon, go, bro.
Drag's album had a couple joints, but so DNY, if I remember all of this correctly, DNY is managing the Locks. They're just managing them, but the Locks is signed to Bad Boy. Now, if you know DNY and you know the Locks, you know what the Locks was doing on Bad Boy was not them. Like the Locks are not flashy. That they never want to do that. But it's like, bro, Biggie's over here, Lil Kim's over here, Mace is over here.
Yeah.
It's like, bro, y'all gonna pass up on this opportunity, and DNY didn't have the Rough Rider situation all the way locked in. So then they over there doing the Bad Boy stuff, and then DMX take off, and they like, yo, we want to be over there, fam. Like,
right.
That's us over there.
Okay.
You got to remember, X's first single was "Get at Me, Dog."
Yeah.
Off of that album. And y'all hear who's on the hook? That's Sheik. That's Sheik on the hook. They always been connected.
That I officially, in that very moment that you just said that, my respect for Sheik Loops just went up about 2 or 3 more notches.
Yo, go back and listen to some Sheik verses, man, because I believe that Jada was always held the highest, respectfully so.
Yeah.
I've loved most every Jada verse. Like, there's a ton of them. But when you listen to Sheik, he said some shit too. And man, hey man, and Styles is dope. He just was, I always ranked Jada first, personally.
I always rank Styles first.
I understand both perspectives because style, let me tell it, Jadakiss has never in life spit a whack verse. I've never heard it if he has. I've never heard one whack Jadakiss verse. Now, when it comes to album time,
no, that's
Styles
not him.
just happens to make better albums.
I agree. Hey man, Jada's not on that album stuff, man. But if you just get an individual track, yo, like that Y song, still relevant.
I like Jadakiss albums. Like people don't like. I like Jada's albums. I think Jada's albums are fine. I think a part of why you don't like them, or not you, I'm saying in general, why they're not liked as much is because we hold Jadakiss in such high regard that we are expecting to hear a Ready to Die, a All Eyes on Me, a Illmatic, a Blueprint, and he don't got that.
Amen. Let's jump on that. Let's jump on that in life right now. Expectations. So it's like, how do you not unimpress when people are looking at you to drop gold? Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying, man? This is all of us. We're all potentially going to release content and continue to do it.
Yeah.
And it's like, hey, man, they love you right now.
Matter of fact, hey, Ty, how many times you dealt with this? Because I know that they have, but I ain't talked to you about this. How many times have you dealt with, you get off stage after the show, you doing your meet and greet, selling your merch, taking your pictures, doing all that stuff, and people's like, man, you was funny in the headline. You should be headlining.
Nigga.
Right?
Not to toot my own horn, but quite frequently.
Right? And so there's two truths in that. One truth is, yes, you should and could be headlining. Two, the expectations for you are not set the same because we didn't pay to see you. You were a bonus.
Right. And when that happens, usually I be like, hey, thank you, and try to get them to lower their tone because that should get you kicked off of the show. Like, so it's like, yeah, my 20, 25, 30 minutes that you saw, you love it. Yay. You don't know what my hour looked like.
Right.
Although it does look.
Hey man, and look at that. And man, look, I like, not that it's a third truth, but imagine the headliner in a smaller dose. You know what I mean? We don't think about that
Right.
either.
Right.
You know,
Right.
this is interesting. It's definitely.
Yeah.
No, it's funny that you say that, Mike, because I remember when we were auditioning for Heart of the City in Baltimore, like a lot of us was like, dang, man, you got the OGs that's auditioning too. And it's like, man, they gonna smoke all of us. And one of the homies was like, nah, nigga, we live in the 5 to 10 minute space. Them niggas ain't had to do 5 minutes of nothing in
Right.
years. So it was like we had the advantage of short set over people who are used to doing an hour and a half every night. And I never looked at it in that perspective, because if you've ever seen me do 15 to 20, 30 minutes, you're like, oh, Ty, you know, she funny. But my hour, oh, that's a different pace. That's a different, because I can't burn all of that. I got an hour. So it's a different mindset, a different mode. And I never looked at it in the reverse. Like, imagine your headliner in 30 minutes. Like, nigga, no, I don't want to see that. That's terrible. I don't want to see that. Or like a 5-minute set from Kevin Hart. Get your ass out of here. What does that even look like?
I don't know, but he'll rip that bitch.
I know that he would. I know that, but like, when's the last time anybody saw Kevin Hart do a 5-minute set?
Right. And let me tell it, nigga, Michael Blackson might have the best 15-minute set of all time, bro. Michael in a 15? I don't know nobody fucking with Michael in 15. Man. Sweat that nigga sweater. Sweat that nigga sweater, nigga. That shit is crazy to watch. I'm like, whoo.
That being like, when you compress an hour set, because, you know, traveling with Tony Roberts,
Right.
nigga, look, man, first off, and bro, look, man, I be doing work. I be getting standing O's from feature spots. It happens.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Within the first 3 minutes of him getting on stage, it's all over.
Yep.
Yo, Tony,
that was cool, but he comes on stage on 100.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
And the only reason he slows down is because he got to be up here for an hour.
Right.
Bro.
Go watch Tony Roberts on them Shaq All-Star tours.
Who is it?
Yo.
Tony, Arnaz J. Like, those are the two I can think of off the top of my head. I be watching him, Rodney Perry. I be like, yo, how? Like rapid fire, like in your face. I be like, bro, I be tired watching them. They different. Like,
Yo, man.
I can't.
Go watch Tony right now at his house. I've never seen Tony less than 80. Man, like, yeah, like right now.
I don't know, but you know, but you the same way, Lance. Like, you. No.
I had to learn and develop that, because my natural personality is not that.
Right.
And what happened was I started to see how I was being received best.
Okay.
See, naturally, I've never gotten to that point where I see people where they sit on a stool and just do comedy.
Oh no, I'm not there. I don't ever want to be there.
I don't think I ever want to be there either. But I seen it and I be like, interesting.
Yo, let me tell you the profoundness of the stool. The stool sitting, that means what you're saying is so important.
Yep.
That right now, everyone go right here. And it's a statement more than it is like, it's like an artist style, unless people are just lazy. That happens too. but I think it's a tactic to be like, yo, man, this dude is that comfortable where he about to just sit down and talk to us. He must, or she must, really believe in themselves. Let me hear this right now.
So
you ever seen like an open micer? You do 3 to 5 minutes and he's sitting on the stool. It's like, nigga, you ain't even gonna be up here that long. Why are you sitting down? Get your ass up.
Yeah, I'll tell them niggas. Niggas know me. I'll tell them, hey man, you're not that funny yet, bro. You gotta get up.
You know,
like you get, if you're not, unless you in your 50s, I need you to get up. Like because you're like Ty just said, you're only doing 5 minutes. I know for me, I am really starting to appreciate the turning of the corner. I like the moment from sitting down and applause break commentary to standing up, act out, same bit, destructive. Like that's better for me than just the laugh. Like, and like it might not be a sit down for me, right? Like for the cotton joke. It's like, nah, nigga, like we're going this way, we're going psych, nigga, we going over here. like that's more fun to me, to be able to pace your way into a bit and then, all right, now we on all out destruction. Like even like Mike, the couple of times I've got to do the pause joke, like I'm not cutting none of that fluff at the beginning because like, no, this is all important. Because once we turn this car, once I hit the freeway, nigga, I'm on the freeway. But like the journey, I'm starting to like that more than just the ripping. I'm starting to like that more. But you need time to get there. Like in a 30-minute set, that's great. But in a 10, 15, it's a little harder to shape it.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it depends on where you at too, man. Because a lot of times when you headlining, they know that you're it. You know,
right.
Like there's nothing else. So it's a power in knowing, hey, look, nobody's coming up after me.
Yeah.
You know? And showcases sometimes there's statements like pick the Laugh Factory. You just go up there, man, and you got to recreate your own energy, which to me is the Tony factor. He just goes up there, recreates the energy, and then they be like, after the show, they'd be like, damn, Lance, you was there. You know?
Right. As soon as you come back out, we love this guy too. This was a great night.
Yeah, man. So, man, everything, once you like been doing it forever, it's like a move. You know, it's like,
and that's why it's important for me to say shit when I'm on stage, because people don't forget that either.
Oh yeah,
people will never forget how you make them feel.
Yep.
Yo, like,
they'll forget the words, but they won't forget how you make them feel.
Lance, when I tell you, like DC used to do the same thing to me, like I go destroy, and then he go get a standing note, and that nigga would get it from the seat. Like he would go, not only would he sit down, but he would emotionally take you to a really dark, a really deep, a really emotional, sensitive place. Like on purpose. Like, nah, he'll drag you all the way down to the bottom, to the deep ends of the water. Like, nah, we just talking about police brutality and ain't no punchlines for 2-3 minutes. We just here. And white people, I don't care how uncomfortable you are. And church people, I don't care how uncomfortable you are. And like, nah, nigga, we just down here in the deep end. But nigga, when that punchline come and you remember you're at a comedy show, it's like, oh, okay. It's like he's playing with these niggas. It's like, y'all do what I want y'all to do.
Yeah. Yeah. And see, the dope thing about traveling with Tony is he don't really talk about a lot of that shit.
Yeah.
But I do.
Yeah.
So it's literally like two different shows.
Absolutely.
You know,
I think that makes for a good show, though. You know what I mean? The diversity of it. Because I remember I saw, I'm not going to say no names because, first of all, this is live. And second, I don't need that negativity in my life. It was two comics, two-man show, and literally their subject matter was the same for the entirety of both sets. And I just kind of was thinking like, man, this show was kind of meh for me. But if I were to see Lance do his set up against Tony doing his set, then it's like, oh yeah, I can get with that because it's different subject matter, it's different energies. Like that's the type of stuff that I like. Those are the type of shows that I like. Different energies, different subject matter, and shit, more than one woman on the show, like mix it up.
And it's very important when you're working with somebody that you're working with somebody who does not want you to dumb yourself down at all.
Yeah.
Right.
Like this nigga, and this was years ago. I was like, I had this joke, but I didn't do it because he said, nigga, don't you ever tell me that again. Like, do everything. Yeah. Do all that shit. You don't never know who watching you. He was like, I'll be fine, nigga. Right. Don't do whatever you gonna do. I don't say whatever.
That's a short list, bro, of confident men that are headliners. That's a confident comic that are headliners that a nigga do whatever you want. That is a short list.
Mm-hmm. Hey man, and look at this. We talking, let's just pick a room of 300 audience members. Everybody ain't gonna love everybody. It's just the subjectiveness of what comedy really is, man. So it's like, asking somebody to dumb down is just weak, man. It's just a weak ass move, and unfortunately,
like, do you find yourself like when you're writing material, right? You write it how you write it. Do you find yourself wondering after you perform or do a bit how it would be received somewhere else? So like, as an example, I did a show Saturday, the entire audience and staff, white people, that's it. The only Black people were myself and the other Black comedians on the lineup, right? And I was like, oh, this stuff did really good, new material. And then do you sit there and you're like, I wonder how this is going to work in the Black one? Like, do you think like that?
I used to at a time. So when I was, another story, I'm gonna make it short. When I first was like getting my stuff together, like saying I'm gonna really do this, I did the Shades of Lab competition.
Is that Paradise?
Yes. Andre Paradise up in Oregon.
Hey man, so was we there together? Did you go to that one? Hey BT, you was there.
I don't know if I did San Francisco with you.
Oh man, no.
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
Me and BT did San Francisco together. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I did San Francisco with you. I won Shades of Laughs though.
Yeah, so I was the only comic in San Francisco International Comedy Competition history to place in the top 5 every night and not move on. But that's a whole nother conversation. It's a whole nother conversation.
Hey, wait, that might explain why that nigga was so bad when I told him I couldn't make it to the finals. Like, nigga, you wasn't even supposed to make it. I made the finals and I had to cancel that shit for a commercial. Keep going. I was like, nigga, I am on the veils, bro. I cannot do it, nigga. I am flexible in a Ford commercial.
That weekend changed my life too, because you ain't gonna remember this, BT, but that was the first time I tried almond milk.
Nigga, hilarious, really?
I was with you and you was like, bro, try the almond milk. That shit's good. And I haven't had milk since then.
What is this?
You just remember certain things. You just, when you be going through your brain like, yo, that was me getting off of milk. That was crazy.
So wait, keep going, nigga. You're talking about the website.
Shades of Laughs. And now these are literally, I posted a picture on my Instagram today from a talent show at work. Because that was like my third time on stage, period, was this talent show at work. So now I'm like, yo, I'm gonna really just go be a comic. I'm gonna figure this out. At this time, I didn't think you could do the same joke twice. I thought you could always have to do the different joke every time you got on stage. When I did the Shades of Laughs, that was because Shades of Laughs was like 5 shows and 6 nights or something like that, right? something like that. And I did so that was like my 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th times on stage ever.
Hilarious.
And I remember I think it was 18 comics in that round, and I placed 5th or 6th or 4th. It don't matter. I didn't win, but a lot of these veteran comics was like, yo, bro, you like good, but I can tell you don't practice, do you? I was like, yeah, I be like practicing my stuff in the mirror. Like, that's like, no, you don't work out. And I was like, what you mean? I look a little heavy. It's like, no, you have to work on your material. Like, do you do open mics? And no lie, nigga, I said, what is that?
Hey, Lance was like, we over here talking about practice.
We talking about practice. I'm talking about the game. We talking about practice. It was like, bro, y'all know Benny Mana? Benny Mana.
Oh yeah.
Y'all know Benny?
Oh yeah.
Y'all know Benny Mana. Y'all remember Russell Parker?
Yeah, Russell. Hey,
yeah.
Russell.
Remember Russell Parker? It's a few other names. I don't remember all the names, but it was like, bro, you have to do this every day. And I was like, how do you do comedy every day? Like, where do you do it at?
Right.
And I was literally like, bro, what are y'all even talking about, bro? Like, bro, if it's a talent show on work, I go do that.
Yeah. Those are my church. Got those on lock.
Have my church on lock, doing my thing. So then he was like, when you get back to your city, start connecting with the comics. They'll let you know where the open mics are at and where the showcase is at. For a year, at least a year, I done a minimum of 12 mics a week. Minimum 12 mics a week. I was like, oh, okay, on Sunday I can hit the touch, I can hit on the wide, I can hit the comedy spot. That's 3. And then Monday, Nutty Mondays, and Boxing Donkey, and Po Boys. That's 3 right there. And then Tuesday, and I was just figuring all of these things.
That was lit, bro. Nigga, what's the other show, nigga? Fuck.
Mahogany's?
Mahogany, what's the other one?
The Red Lion joint, the Boston's Lounge.
There were so many shows. Let me tell you something. Scott Davis, let me tell you something. Sacramento had a scene. You hear me? There's not many cities where you can hit 12 mics, bro. 12? Look, that's crazy. Golly.
That's beautiful. The good old days. Like,
comedy used to be fun.
Yeah.
Man, like, do you think it'll ever come back?
I don't know. Man, I don't think things will ever be the same. But on that, Lance, keep going.
No, you know what happened was there was a reason why I told that Shades of Laugh story. I no longer remember it.
We was talking about do you change the material for each
that is right. Thank you. So at that time, what I was learning was when I went on that thing and I was like, yo, 12 mics, gotta be 12 mics a week. Because I started comedy in my church, so I never had a problem working clean. I would write jokes and I would say, okay, I have to do this in a church. I have to do it in the hoodest of hood rooms. I got to do it in the whitest of white rooms. And I got to do it in like a white bar. And between those 4 spots, I should know what I got and what I got to tweak and how I got to make this work.
Yeah.
Because the really, and the honest truth about that, Ty, is it's just the references. That should, if it work, it work. But in this room, they might not understand the Star Wars reference.
Absolutely.
So you might have to change the reference to make this crowd understand. Yeah. But they all get the joke. They all get the scenario. It's just the references sometimes need to change.
Yeah, I'm not saying I write white for this, I write black for that. It was just like this particular joke that I did. I was like, because it was my first time doing it. And I was like, damn, if I got this with the whites, the blacks, this is probably gonna destroy. And so like, I'm thinking like, how will it do in that sense? Not so much as they're not gonna get this material. Like I need to change, you know what I mean? Like I don't write like that. I write whatever, and it's broad enough to take it wherever. But I'm just wondering, because we laugh different and we appreciate stuff a little differently. So I'm wondering how this is going to do in front of the blacks.
I am man, listen, when I got to a point where I only wrote stuff just for me, so the moments I'm aware of everything that we're speaking of. Like I know the jokes that I have that do not work with niggas. Let me tell you something. I know it don't work with black people, and I refuse to adjust anymore. Like nigga, I'm just not going to play it. I do it and take the L that comes with it every time. And then I address them niggas about the bullshit. Because like, perfect example is the cotton joke. The cotton joke, this is what I found. Niggas laugh hella hard at goofy shit in the presence of white people. If it's half and half, or if it's 70 black people, 30% white people, like niggas will laugh at whatever silly, goofy, random shit you want to do. Especially if they the only nigga there, right? They'll go with anything you got. But when it's just real niggas and we out here keeping it real, like it's like when it's we just go out here to keeping it real. When it's just them niggas be acting like we don't know no silly shit. Hey, fuck you, bro. Nigga Thanos, you know what the fuck I'm talking about, nigga. And then I realized as I'm walking through the joke, realizing they're not going to catch it, nigga, then I throw the adjustment to attack them niggas. So like for the cotton joke specifically,
it's the cotton joke, man.
It's the cotton joke.
That's the issue. It's the whole issue, man. You want us to laugh at that? The cotton joke.
Ty wants to know what the cotton joke is. She's looking real perplexed.
Yo, man, don't do it. Don't do the cotton joke out of context.
I'm not gonna do it, but I will.
While they calling us nigger in the chat, don't do the cotton joke.
It's not.
Not today.
Side note: them niggas gave up, and then they tried to come back, but they can't get the energy no more. And now we back down to 19 people. We was at 52 for a minute though.
Well, that's good.
They was in there, the nigger. I was like, oh, we ignored them, then they went away. So there, it's not just that joke. It used to be the same way with unicorn PP. Any like Lance. It was all the jokes.
Ty's face when you describe it.
Yeah, it was a unicorn PP joke. It's any jokes that you like, Lance, like you just said, where the reference is dumbass random. But nigga, I like dumb random references. So guess what, y'all just not gonna like me tonight. And I'm nigga, they booed me in Detroit for when I shit on all the old music. Them niggas booed, bro.
You ever heard of Motown, BT?
With the Motown joke.
You ever heard of Motown?
Yes, I was in that bitch. I say, nigga, Mikey, you know I'm hyping these niggas up. I'm like, y'all name some artists that you love. And they Smokey Robinson. Oh yeah, Smokey. Oh, Anita. Oh yeah. Nigga, fuck all that shit. Nigga, them niggas. Boo!
Yo, man, you should have got booed. And it's great you got booed, man. You should have got booed.
Nigga, I let the booze subside, and once they relax, I just gotta sat there, let them niggas boo me, boo them. And mind you, nigga, it's the punchline Detroit. So you know them niggas is right here. Ain't really no like, and it's Detroit. Them niggas was hostile and loud and aggressive, and I let all that shit. They subsided, and I said, you know why? And then when I turned the corner to tell them why, I was like, you know what that shit mean to me? Go to bed, nigga. Them niggas standing up. They stop and just applause break. So like it was the same thing for the cotton joke. Nigga, the cotton joke is one of my break. Yeah, it was a huge applause break, a standing O in the middle of the set. And I'm like, oh yeah, nigga. But like moments like that, like I'm never changing it. Like the cotton joke is so specific, but one, it really happened. And y'all gotta fucking deal with it. And I don't give a fuck. Like I was like, Lance, there's not more joy than the cotton joke really only works if there is a white person present. Because I have to have somebody.
Start bringing one with you.
Right. I need one. I need one.
You need a token white audience.
I need at least one white person to attack at the top of the joke. Because at the top of the joke, it's a full all-on attack that's just aggressive. It's very aggressive.
Do you find it to be better received if that white person is male or female?
No, it don't matter. Because Lance, what'll happen is I'll start picking it apart and I'll be like, once I mention what it is, then I dig into the real shit, like your ass, you nigga, like specifically you, and then it's a breakdown of who it is. You Lily White, And normally when it's mostly niggas get uncomfortable, like, damn, he really on this white woman, damn, this nigga, or he's really on this white dude, this nigga's like not really giving her much room to breathe. Well, nigga, when I turned the corner I wanted to pick that guy, nigga, it brings me joy. I don't give a fuck if y'all laugh. And then I tell the niggas at the end, you think I saw y'all, fam. I don't give a fuck, nigga. Like, fuck you, niggas. That shit is fun, bro. That shit is fun for me. So, like, Ty, you are 1,000% correct. I should probably adjust it. I ain't gonna ever adjust it.
No. I'm not saying adjust it. I'm just wondering.
No.
You know, sometimes you be looking for community. And sometimes I be feeling like I'm alone or I'm the only one that experiences and feels. I got that hat, BT.
Oh, yeah, you are?
But it's like I literally was wondering that. And then it was like the other day, it's like, man, it felt good to do a 20-minute set. Like that 20 minutes meant everything, to be in front of live audience and people. And now I'm like, dang, when I'm gonna do my next show is on the 11th, but it's like after that, you know, you know what I'm saying? And it's like before I was bugged.
It's coming back. It's all coming back. All the shows, even if it's outside, even it's a slow burn on the return, but I feel like opportunity to perform is coming back.
In real life, Lance, I mean, Mike, I think it really is. New York is about to open back up.
Yeah, I heard.
New York opens and California should be right behind. And they're saying movie theaters, like literally, they're looking at the box office for King Kong and Godzilla, which I believe is the 28th. I don't remember, but it's later in the month. And they're like, yo, listen, Blockbuster and Kong might borderline save movie theaters if niggas get back to the movie. Like, I don't know if people are gonna be comfortable, but with the movie, the box office has been trashed because New York and LA is where people watch movies at, and they ain't been open. So it's like,
you see, because Texas done said, fuck it, we open.
We open.
Texas said we out here.
Me and you know, I just booked Mikey for a show out in Austin.
Yeah, man. April.
Oh, hey, because you brought up. Let me see your hat, BT.
The K Hart.
Oh, that's crazy. Let me see your hat, Mike. Oh, we got King's hat. So what's crazy is it was a game on yesterday, right? And we know, hey, where you going, BT? We know how big of a Laker fan BT Kingsley is, right? So actually, the Kings had played the Lakers yesterday. You don't got no hat, Ty. But we can.
Oh, I got a hat.
Oh, go ahead. You can put your hat on. But we talking about the Kings and Lakers that played yesterday.
Yeah.
I didn't see the game. We can't talk about it.
Oh, you didn't see it yet?
Oh no, he saw it.
Oh, okay. All right, cool. So you know they played yesterday out here, and I like the fatigue on you.
That's what I need. I need a fatigue so I can disappear.
So, so you can go to war with those bums in the yellow jerseys. And I don't want any excuses. They ain't have LeBron. The Kings ain't have LeBron either.
Oh wait, LeBron didn't play. I really didn't see the game. I'm watching though. LeBron didn't play.
LeBron didn't play. AD didn't play.
Did Kuzma play?
Kuzma played.
Okay.
Yo, their coach was there.
Yeah, they.
Okay.
Ogle was there.
I'm good with all this. Let LeBron rest. We got a nice little early jump on the league. We're good. We're still like the 2 or 3 spot. I'm lose the game.
We don't want to hear about positive Laker news. We want to talk about them losing to the Sacramento Kings last night. That's all this conversation is about.
And the Lakers are like 4th. It's falling away. It's going.
It's fine.
I don't know if it's coming back.
It does. The Kings won't be in the playoffs.
That's not what we're not talking about. None of that. All we talking about, Ty, how you feel about the Kings beating the Lakers last night?
I don't have a dog in this fight. I don't really care about basketball. I only watch it when it gets down to the finals.
Exactly. Bow Wow's a legend.
Hey man, hey BT, are you sitting in front of a row of hats? Like your access to grabbing another hat was just too easy.
In all honesty, my room be a mess, bro. I don't clean up till somebody on their way.
I'm cute.
BT didn't leave the screen at all.
Are you doing this show live from Rigs?
It's all kinds of shit around me, nigga. You name it, I can probably grab it from where I'm at. What you want, a thermometer, nigga? I got it.
Yo, you just never know.
You want some ranch, nigga? I got some Chick-fil-A ranch. I just got shit over here, nigga.
So usually we do like the
Marvel socks, nigga. You ain't never seen some Black Panther socks with the Iron Man and the Hulk and the Spider? I got shit, nigga.
Yo, I've been thinking about that the whole time. I'm talking about, Lance, what you about to talk about.
Yeah.
How messed up it would be if we did our closing.
Exactly. That's so Ty, check this out.
Nigga, fuck all that. I'm out, nigga.
He left.
Yo.
Did they really leave? They really left?
Yeah, they really left. They gone. Everybody gone. Yeah.